Hello, everyone. It is very good to have you in attendance here today. I hope you have enjoyed everything so far at the expo. And I want to start this very simple presentation about personal branding and some tips and techniques to help with one particular aspect of personal branding, which I refer to as positioning. And there are going to be a few worksheets that are passed out, something very simple. I find that these worksheets, when I use them for business and in my courses at Temple University on marketing, they can help people with conceptualization of certain types of tasks. What we're talking about in particular today is how you should view yourself and how you are viewed by other people. In other words, what is the positioning that you have in the minds of other people? Many times we'll refer to this as product positioning. And product positioning is basically a way of saying, what is the story behind this product? But people also have stories themselves. And so my question to you today, what is your story? And if you hesitate and say, well, I don't have a story or I don't have a strong story, well, let's make one together. So you want to position yourself so that you can move from good to great. And the aspects about moving from good to great, we all have to start somewhere. I currently run my own marketing consultancy. It's called Concept Design. And I do two things for people. I do strategy and marketing. I combine these, strategic marketing. And when I am talking to my clients, I tell them I can help you accelerate your campaigns and business programs across Japan and APAC. This is my story, but my story isn't relevant to everyone. In many cases, there will be people who look at this and say, well, that doesn't mean anything to me. That's fine, because my story is not for them. My story is to connect with the people that I am truly interested in. And this is what positioning is all about. And so my company, what we usually focus on, brand activation, content marketing, public relations, seminars, and workshops. This is one such workshop. And every 4 to 5 years or so, I always have to reinvent what my company does, what I do, and how I tell my story. And I have to run through this very same positioning exercise that I'm going to introduce to you. You can look at this a little bit later, more details about my background, but I've been teaching at Temple University for more than 15 years, a variety of marketing and business courses on a variety of topics. And I've taught more than 1,000 people at Temple University in corporate training situations, etc. And now, since I see the audience out here, I'll be able to add a few dozen more. At Temple University, this is a short list of the courses. You can, of course, go online, find out more information. You can also stop at the desk that is in the back, where they will be able to provide you with more information. One of the good things about Temple University is that people have found that it's been very useful in gaining access to skills and knowledge that they may not have had easy access to otherwise. Some people are able to learn well online. Some people prefer to learn in person. Some people like courses that go several weeks. Some people like intense seminars and sessions. Temple University has all of that, and they can accommodate very busy schedules. They can take you through general types of business skills, language skills, but also different types of technical skill sets as well. Temple can help you prepare for those. Now, going into this presentation, the first question that I have for you is, what's your journey? And we're going to cover a few things that are related to Japanese concepts about self-awareness, well-being, and the modern take that they have on it. Before we go any further, pull out your phone, scan the QR code, download this deck. You have access to this deck. You'll be able to take it with you. You'll be able to share it with your friends. One of the things that happens in settings like Temple University and other types of academic settings, if you can take some of these exercises and you can work on them with the people that you came with here today, you can do these exercises and help improve for both of you, or as many of you are taking part today, and you can do this afterwards. And so grab the deck, be sure to take your time and look through it, and share it widely. Review it. Look at it again in another week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Learning is something that is consistently ongoing, and it never, ever really stops. The first thing I want to talk about is the self-assessment part, and you all are going through different types of self-assessments as we speak. As you go through today, you're looking at everyone around you, and in some cases, you might be saying, wow, there's a lot of competition today. But actually, is that really true? This gets back to understanding what is your story. Your story is fairly unique, and we want to understand how we can accent and accentuate those unique aspects of our story and have them resonate with the people around us. In general, self-assessment is about understanding the soft skills that you have and then also the professional and technical skills that you have. When I first started out in my journey to Japan, I did not have many technical skills. I had Japanese language, just a fair amount. I wasn't fluent. I wasn't incredibly good, and I wasn't even that passionate. Basically, I was an empty vessel waiting to be filled. As an empty vessel, the most important thing that you can gain is experience. And it actually doesn't matter what type of experience you gain in what setting. It doesn't matter whether you started off in some type of trade, whether you started off in a totally different profession from what it is that you are really interested in. All of these experiences layer and become something useful as time moves forward. So first of all, understand soft skills and professional and technical skills that you have or that you could develop. The soft skills include things like your personality, your character, and communication. You would be amazed at how important these different things are here. In running an agency, I have had several clients tell me that I should not send the senior producer or the senior account director who I have assigned to a project because, simply put, that person doesn't get along with the client. The client has asked me instead, you can send the intern. I'm like, wait, the intern is on the worst salary you could think of. How would you trust them with your account? Your account is worth tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. Why would you do this? It happens. And it happens more than you think because the intern has a great personality. They have good character. They communicate well. And in some cases, they have communicated better than the senior account people that I have assigned on certain projects. You would be amazed at how much of a secret power that can be. Along with professional and technical skills, we have abilities, knowledge, and certifications. These are pretty standard, very straightforward. Can you use Excel? Can you use C? Can you type in Ruby? Et cetera, et cetera. All of these different things can overlap. In talking about what is your journey, you have to understand what's your comfort zone, what's your fear zone, what's the learning zone, and what is your growth zone. All of these things layer together. In our comfort zone, we feel safe and in control. And the fear zone is where we lack confidence. And learning zone is how we deal with problems and finding purpose. Personal branding itself is the art of understanding that it should be considered more than just an expression of your resume. It is really the banner that exemplifies how you intend to lead your life. In personal branding, there are many different questions that you can go through when you formalize this. you can understand where you've been in the past, where you are now in the present, and you are going somewhere. From today, you are going somewhere to the future. And so that interim part is where you will change. And we talked about the learning zone in the previous slides. That will be something very important for you to understand. And so again, past, present, interim, and future, these all are important because they are basically snapshots of who you are and what your positioning was at a certain given time or what it will be. Ikigai is the Japanese concept to understand how you can map your purpose, your passion, your mission, your profession, and your vocation. All of these things together, where it overlaps in the middle, is Ikigai. This is a concept that is regaining more popularity, and so it's something that you can add to your vocabulary and skill set. Now, let's talk about you. This is why we are here today. What do you love? The first thing that you love is yourself. So on that sheet that you have, in the red circle, write your name. Who are you? Go ahead, write your name. If you have the handout, not everybody received the handout. Don't worry, it will be available later. It will be available later. So if you received the handout, go ahead, write your name in the middle. And who do you do these things for? When you are representing yourself to someone, to everyone who is here in all the companies that are here, offering jobs, interviewing for jobs, what type of companies are there? There are communications companies, there are technical companies, there are other types of real estate companies, etc. And so what are these companies? Go ahead. Companies, real estate, technology. Who are you doing this for? And in my case, I work with corporations, agencies, partners, and individuals. That goes at the very top. And then what do you provide? In my case, I provide two main things. I provide management and consulting. It's actually project management and strategic consulting. Why is this different? These are all the different things that help set you apart from somebody else. Where are you from? This is one of the basic things. Where did you go to school? What did you study? Even if you're starting from nothing, you have what brought you here today. And in my case, I help companies with business development. I do business to consumer marketing, B2B marketing. I do executive communications. I do budget negotiation. I do staff training. I'm bilingual in English and Japanese. When you pull all of these things together, you come out with a matrix like this. You are in the middle providing certain services for certain types of audiences. Corporations, ad agencies, partners, and individuals come to me, Ed Thompson, because I provide project management and marketing consulting. Within project management, it breaks down into subcategories, and marketing consulting breaks down into subcategories as well. Why am I different? When we pull this together, it is the diverse professional experience that I have. And then, this is most important, how would you describe yourself to the people that you want to talk to? This is not how you describe yourself to everyone. It's only for your specific audience. I provide strategic services for marketing and business development. This doesn't mean or have the same impact with everyone. I don't care. This has impact with my target audience. Those are the people that I want to communicate with and tell the strongest story possible. The other thing about this is once you go through this, all of you have a resume. All of you can use this type of worksheet to deconstruct your resume to help understand what and how you can tell a better story. Remember how on your resume they always said you should have that one sentence that really explains what you were about? What you are aiming for? This, in my opinion, is a better way to understand what you are trying to get to. And so when you fill this entire sheet out, it winds up looking something like this. And in my case, it looks like this. For me, the reason that this is important is that once you go through this process, as long as the core information is there, you probably will not have to change it too much. I said that I update what I do every 4 to 5 years. That is true, but that's on the outside. Those are small things. Those are tweaks. This is basically the same as it was from 15 years ago. This more or less explains who I am, what I do, why I do it, and who I do it for. And I can move from this to make a better resume or profile. Many of you are going to be independent business people. Some of you probably are. You're content creators. You're in a world of content, etc. And you're small businesses yourselves. More than a resume, it's a profile that you need. And not only can you do this for yourself, I did this for the company that I had at that time. And so as an individual, it is possible to make a positioning. As a company, it is possible to make a positioning. You can do the same with any type of product or service as well. There is a downloadable Word file that you can take your time and input. If you've downloaded the deck, that will be possible. And so you can get this and complete it. And if you want to go further, of course, you're able to access courses at Temple University, enroll in something that you like. I also have a learning platform called the Concept Design Academy. And the Concept Design Academy, I have many different types of worksheets for strategy, for marketing, for different types of communication skills. These things are all free. And so if you are interested, definitely join the Academy. You can ask me questions on the Academy. I welcome questions about any type of subject whatsoever. And it's available on mobile and iPad. This is the QR code to join the Academy. Take your phone out, snapshot, okay? And we're almost out of time. 2 minutes? Okay. We have just about 2 minutes. So this is the QR code for the Academy. You can join it. You can sign in with LinkedIn. I believe you can also sign in with Facebook if that's your thing. And that's one thing that is accessible to you. And also, grab this deck. This will stay up for the remainder of this presentation, so grab the deck. And I hope that this has been useful enough to you. I hope you are able to understand what the worksheet is about. The secret to the worksheet is try not to do everything alone. Find people to talk to. Many of us learn by helping other people. Find 2 or 3 friends. Help them work on their positioning. Ask them to help you with your positioning. That is how you can speed up this entire process and start to understand, how does the world see you? Because your story and the story that you want to tell, you may be doing it wrong and you may not know. But you can get input from people, and it's very easy to do so. Since we are almost out of time, I want to thank you all very much for attending this short session. And I will remain here for another few minutes if anybody wants to find me on the floor. In between while you are going through the different booths, I should be around. And feel free to stay in touch. So again, there's the deck, there's the Academy, and if you search for my name, Ed Thompson Tokyo, you will be able to find me on LinkedIn. Thank you all very much.